A wise Mancunian once said to me, you're either going to make money or history. I don't think I'm going to make either. So tonight I'm out on the street, gonna watch a few bands and have a look at what people are using on their pedal boards. I've seen quite a few bands using like more obscure pedals and a few DIY pedals along the way there, and I just want to see what the band's using tonight, and I get a few videos of them, put them in the video, and be a video all about what other people are using at the moment. So in 2022, what pedals are you using? Okay, so just come up to the stage. This first band are Celestial Oath. I'll put the link to their Bandcamp or something down in the below. They're pretty much run-of-the-mill sort of doom stoner band, orange amps, all that kind of stuff. They're using like, I've seen a Crybaby bass, which I've got. It's a bass wah. I think a lot of people are using that just because they don't have the annoying switch and they're just like sensitivity controlled. The guy's got a Cowboys from Hell wah pedal. There was, I think he had an MXR full bore distortion, and there's definitely like an MXR phaser or something like that on there. He definitely had a tube screamer as well, Boss tuner, and a couple of other things on there. Pretty run-of-the-mill sort of thing for this kind of music. Nothing, I don't think I saw any DIY pedals on there, but like kind of pretty run-of-the-mill sort of stuff really. I'll just give you a snatch of what they sound like.
Cheers, guys. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this next band were called Maple Moths. The guitarist had a really interesting setup. He was using one of these acoustic solid state amp heads. It looks a bit like a Sunn amp head. I don't know if it's made by the same company, but I know it's a really vintage, like 60s or 70s amp head. He was getting really cool sounds. I don't think that my video does it justice, but his sound was awesome. He was using a Yamaha distortion and a Yamaha digital delay. These are really old kind of distortion and delay pedals. And I also saw a DIY Sunn pedal, and this was from a guy who makes pedals in Tasmainia. I'll put his link in the below description as well. But he was making, there's a Sunn Model T preamp pedal here. I've seen these online, and I'm thinking of making one now because I just really appreciate the sound that was coming out of this guy's amp. I mean, it wasn't heavily distorted or anything, but it's a very kind of, I don't know how to describe it really. It was like a kind of a Black Sabbathy, early Black Sabbath sort of sound, but but maybe a little bit of Led Zeppelin in there as well. It was an awesome sound. It wasn't too heavy, and it wasn't too typical of this kind of music either. And it ended up sounding a little bit like Shallock, like Steve Albini's band or something like that. They were they were good. I mean, I think they needed a bit more rehearsing, but I think the guy's on the right tracks definitely. But I'll just play you a little bit of their music now. final band of the night were Wicked Sisters, and they're sort of like a industrial, sort of a bit godfleshy, a bit typo negative. There's definitely some typo negative worship in there. The bass player is pretty much using a Pete Steele sort of bass setup where he's got a boss chorus pedal and a boss distortion pedal. They're all running through orange amps. They're running through these really cool Pedal Baby 100s. The two guitarists were using these, and it's basically you can run your pedal setup straight through into any house speakers that they have. So that the guitarist, they had two of these, and then the bass player was using, I think it was either his own orange head or the house orange head. But I reckon that they're pretty cool. That I think that they're maybe a little bit bigger than the Micro Darks, and they kick out like 70 watts, I think. So they're probably a bit more. It's probably a bit more grunt in them for live. But they seem to work a treat with this. The rest of the band, they were using like digital effects and stuff, so they weren't using anything boutique or anything special. It was like kind of for that kind of music, I think, because of playing sort of like industrial, or I mean, it's not really industrial. It was just like heavy kind of music, but they were all going through sort of digital effects. So yeah, I'll just play you through what they sound like. My sound clips aren't that great because I must have had like, I don't know, the sounds are so loud in there that it just blows everything out. Okay, so hope you enjoyed that video. Somewhat of a different take on things this time, but The next video will be back to pedal building and testing out pedals through big amps. Anyway, that's all from me. Take it easy.